Magee, he's a great fighter. I had a lot of respect for him before the fight. I know how he fights, and I know how he can ruin other fighters. I saw his fights with Carl Froch and of course Rudy and Mads, and how he sent them down on body punches. So Jimmy, me and Jimmy, we trained a lot on the straight right to the body. When he comes in, he comes a lot and he comes strong. So now I'm glad that I hit him first, and of course was a quick victory, because I thought from the first round that this was going to be a 12 rounder.
So, well, Brian, certainly not the result you had hoped for and you had here previously in Denmark. What went wrong today for you?
No, as Mikhail says, it was a great body shot. You know, it just knocked the wind out of me. It took all my strength to get back up. You know, but I tried to fight on and get back into the fight again. And you know, it was a good fight. But every time it hit the body after the first shot, it done so much damage that, you know, it just kept taking the wind out of me. And then the two good knockdowns. You know, Mikhail was strong in there. You know, he's like a newcomer to Denmark. I was in against a great champion. You know, it was a great fight, but you know, it was just a great punch.
Bernardo, question for you. Anything to add from a coach's point of view about this fight?
Well, the only thing I have to say, well, is the first round was a close round, and the second round he got caught with that punch, and he didn't recover from that. So that's boxing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
And question for you, Pat. What do you make of this fight?
Well, I mean, obviously we're very disappointed. We thought Brian, as Bernardo said, we thought Brian had made a good start, but the right hand punch was just paralysing. And the surprise to me was that Brian got up at all, and he was never going to recover from that. I mean, I would say Mikhail Kessler has probably never thrown a better right hand body shot in his life, and he might never do it again. But I mean, with a punch like that, you just don't recover, you don't get up. I mean, Brian had a great preparation here. We were confident, he was confident, and we just didn't contend with that right hand shot. And as I say, he just couldn't recover from it. And we have to give all credit to Mikkel. If he can throw a punch like that, it's very hard to see who can stop him.
And question for you, Jimmy. You know all about the Viking Warriors' power, and I guess the game plan went to perfection this time out again.
Yes, it did, and not only that, like I've had this question from the reporters a lot of times. Is Mikkel over the hill? Well, you know, how can you even say that with the last 3 fights he's had? One punch took a guy out the last time. The time before that, he knocked the guy down 5 times. This time, he won with a body shot. I mean, let's be a little more positive with this man, you know. He's got a hell of a record. He's only lost 2 fights in 44 fights. And the thing of it is that let's appreciate him a little more and give him the credit he deserves. He's a hell of a world champion, and he always will be. and he keeps learning more and more every day. And one other thing is that when we have a fight, it's not going to be the same. Mikkel will surprise you. I said this a long time ago. Somebody has never taken the fullest 100% that Mikkel's got to give, and I'm going to pull it out of him before his last fight. Thank you.
And I'm sure you're going to ask the question about the next fight. There have already been tweets from Carl Froch and Underwood, I believe. Kalle, can you take the question? What's up next for Mikkel now?
Well, you know, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not going to pull out the next opponent here tonight. You know, the 2 names on the list, you know, I think haven't changed in the last hour. You know, we've received various messages online already from both Ward and Froch. You know, I think what I didn't say in my first part was that, you know, I've got to say, Brian, really, the way he fought I think, you know, true sort of Irishman, the way you got up after the first one was unbelievable. And I think what Pat said is correct. I think that, you know, people have looked at Mikkel, I'm sure, and said, yeah, look, he brings something to the table financially, and he's, you know, let's say a soft touch because he's over the hill. Well, I think tonight, you know, we didn't beat a journeyman, we didn't beat a bum, we beat the reigning WBA champion, Brian Magee, who's done a job over here on two big names, and I think it's, you know, it's made a statement tonight, and that is a massive credit to Mikkel and Jimmy, and you know, in terms of the opponent, well, look what suits us as well, you know, and of course, you know, both fights have got their angles, you know, and the one, Ward is a mandatory, so, you know, he's already called Mikkel out online, so, you know, let's see, he's also got a tough fight against Pavlik. Froch is a great fight, you know, Carl and Mikkel delivered 12 incredible rounds already, and, you know, that's a fight that I'm sure, I think every fan in Denmark and every fan in the UK would love to see, and it's a fight I would love to put on as a promoter. And, you know, both are exciting options, and, you know, we'll be taking the conversations next week. I have a very good relationship with both promoters of the fighters, and we'll work out which way it goes.
Your questions, please.
Is it possible to get Andre Ward out of America?
So he's not sitting here, so I can't answer that for him. But I think a lot is made of the whole fact that he boxed most of the Super Six out of Oakland. You know, it's often in America that, you know, they see the different states as different countries. You know, I guess I think the same of Europe. You know, I don't see why not, to be honest with you. I'm sure that, you know, Andre's sitting there thinking, hey, I beat him up last time, and, you know, listen, the preparation last time was not ideal. We were preparing for an opponent that no one knew who he was. You know, people were asking me, who's this guy, Andre Ward? Why is he in the Super Six? You know, why is it not this guy? Why is it not that guy? So the tapes that we had to look at before the fight, or the preparation, was based on his performances against bums, you know. No one had actually seen Andre Ward in a fight against a quality opponent. So it's like playing a football team who's never played before. How the hell are you going to prepare for them? Are they going to attack? Are they going to defend? And we saw throughout the tournament different performances. You know, it's a great fight for Andre Ward, no doubt about it, but I tell you, next time around it'll be a different Kessler he sees in the ring.
Maybe will you meet him in Madison Square Garden or somewhere else in America?
Sorry, and a different referee as well.
Okay. Are you ready to go to America to meet him, or eventually in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I'm not afraid like he is to get outside of his home country. I'm always ready to fight him wherever he wants to fight. And if we have to go to Oakland, we just have to make some other rules, and we're gonna know where the press conference is, and the doping test, not before the fight and after.
I have to jump in. I won't let Mick. That's why I have to call in the promoter rule, and there's no Oakland. Well, anywhere in the States we can discuss. Vegas, New York. It's open for discussion, you know. But as I said, you know, we will look at both options in the next week.
Mikkel, who do you desire the most, Froch or?
Right now I just became world champion for the 5th time.
Let's go celebrate.
Yeah. I don't want to discuss, you know, I fought a great guy, Brian Magee, this night, and I'm happy, and now we're sitting and talking again, like before the fight and now after the fight. We're talking about who's the next opponent, what about the next one. So next time if I should fight Ward or Froch,
let's go home and make some tacos.
Yes.
I said before that Mikkel will only stop asking these questions when I bring him Superman with kryptonite in his hand. Then you won't ask who was coming next.
Yeah, but you know, if I had to fight Ward or Froch, then the reporter was like, no, who are you fighting next after Ward? Who's next? You know, Brian Magee was a tough fighter. I'm happy I caught him, and I'm happy for for the fight today. He's a tough guy, and now I have to celebrate, and now we have to discuss after what we're going to do, but I cannot say that today.
Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye.
Last question.
Can you tell us a little bit, what was your tactic before the fight against Mikkel? What was your plan to beat Mikkel?
Just to try to, well, the one thing I didn't think was expecting was a body shot like that. You know, watching Mikkel, I don't know if he's ever stopped anybody with a body shot. He was all, you know, picking to the head in his last couple of fights, great knockouts, but you know, it was a shock to get caught with such a good body shot. So it was, and after that there, like, you know, the best options was to try to get in toe to toe and have a chance. You know, I knew once the first shot it weakened me that much, kind of, that, you know, that I was susceptible to, if I could hit it every time he came in, you know, I could feel, you know, after he recovered the first one, I could feel his power, you know, when I got hit, and then the two shots went down. You know, your body just reacts, and it just took the wind out of me. You know, from the first one, it was a great shot, and right on the solar plexus, just bumped me. You know, I did well to get up, took all my might to get up, but you know, going into the fight, you know, I knew you had to have the fight of my life and be ready for anything, because, you know, Magee, amazing champion, an amazing fighter. He's good at everything. He can box, he can fight, and he's got heart and courage. You know, so I knew no matter what, he wouldn't give up. So I was ready for it, as he says. You know, you had to be ready for 12 rounds, and I was. But you know, I tried to fight my way through the body shot, but you know, I got caught again, and that was it.
Where did he actually hit you? Was it in the liver or the solar plexus?
Solar plexus. So it was just right, kind of through it, like, and then after that it was just you know, weak. I've got hit in the body before. I think anywhere else I conditioned myself really well. I've strong fight. I've no excuses for the fight. I was ready to fight. You know, anywhere else in the body I might have took it okay. I felt really strong, but just that one point, you know, maybe you could fire 20 punches and not hit that same spot, but that one was just right on the button, and then from there it was you know, weak. You know, it was like one of them shots you get people go really, you know, tense your stomach, but you hit there, and no matter what, it still hurt you. It was a good shot, and it's a shot I didn't expect Magee, you know, if the fight was going to be over, both of us, you know, for maybe a heady, fantastic left hook his last fight, and he knocked the guy out, and before that I thought it'd be a big head punch, and we were going toe to toe, you know, exchanging punches, but there was a shot coming into the fight that I didn't expect it would be you know, a danger. It was a body shot, you know, because I felt strong to the body.
Brian, you're still a young man. What's going to happen to you?
Yeah, I know. I feel good, and it's no shame getting beat by Magee Kessler. You know, amazing champion, one of the best fighters of my generation. You know, I feel proud boxing. You know, when I finished my career, you know, when I decided to hang up my gloves, I've fought the best of my generation of boxers. You know, so like it's amazing for me. You know, I've been more champion of. Some great wins, fights in Denmark, but yeah, you know, I'm not hurt. I feel good. At the time, I was hurt, you know, in the fight, but I thought I put up a good fight. You know, I fought my heart out, but you know, I was in against a great champion. There was never nothing going to be easy, you know, and as Magee's trainer said, the practice a punch, and it worked for them tonight. And I was one definitely a punch I wasn't expecting to get caught with, but you know, at the time. But taking the body shots out, it was turning into a great fight. But you know, so that the damage was done, and I couldn't come back. I tried my hardest to fight back from the damage, but it was you know, it's too much.
Are you going to Oakland?
Am I going to? Well, maybe if we get on the undercard, you know. Fight back in the undercard. Magee's next fight would be next. So, you know.
We're very welcome back here, Brian.